Hello. Hello. Welcome to the DCWA pre-show. We got about 2 minutes before we start our broadcast. I want to let you know what's going on this week's card. This week's episode 5 is entitled Gold Rush. And let me give you the highlights as we got 1 minute to launch. We're going to have the debut of D. Williams, one of the hottest free agents in the wrestling world today. We're going to have our DCWA Tag Tournament semi-final match. We're going to have singles action with Mike Majors and Trevor Darius. We're going to have our DCW TV title 4-way battle royal. And after the events of last week, which we will go into, again, hijacking my broadcast, was the others, Michael Graves, demanding a rematch for the loss of his television title. Management has listened to him, and they are giving him his TV title. But management's not going to make it easy for Michael Graves. as he's going to have to face 3 others in a 4-way battle royal. Speaking of crying to management, we have Dwight Schrute on last Monday's DCWA Digest. He cried to management in order to get his stable championship gold. Not only does Asakawa appear in our TV title 4-way battle royal, but Dwight Schrute has cleverly allowed or maneuvered DCWA management into giving Red Dragon a title match against our DCWA heavyweight champion, Ace Blade. So without further ado, let's get on to DCWA Gold Rush, Episode 5. Again, I am the Motor City Madman, and I will be your host and announcer on this week's DCWA Full Throttle. In tonight's segment, we have the hottest free agent in pro wrestling, D-Wood, Local Jobber 1 is a guy who's no stranger to action in the DCWA. Daniel Williams, D. Williams, who calls himself the Predator King. Once he told me in the locker room he wants to showcase that he is ready and willing to do what it takes to impress DCWA officials. I asked him, what was his goal? As we see a backslide by Local Jobber, no count. What was his goal in the DCWA? And he told me, my goal is to not only impress the fans, but to impress DCWA officials in order to put himself, good size slam there, in order to put himself in title contention. So we're going to see if he can do that with the gut buster there on Local Jobber. I've also heard from a group that will remain unnamed that they are looking toward D. Williams and others to come into the DCWA to join their group, and they will make themselves known next week on our broadcast. So D. Williams, the Predator King, better look out. But Local Jobber's game. He's no slouch himself. As we see the figure 4 leg lock going for a quick victory at 3 minutes 55 seconds, Local Jobber does not give up. Those chops have no effect on D. Williams as we see snap jabs and snap hooks knocking Local Jobber to the canvas as he pulls him closer to the center of the ring away from Raw. Slap there, no effect. D. Williams shakes it off. Again, he said he's not looking to put away Local Jobber or anyone so quickly as we see that clothesline, but to impress officials. Belly-to-belly suplex. Collar and elbow. Another slap by Local Jobber and a missed drop kick as Dan goes to the top rope. A diving splash there. We get another backslide too close to the ropes. Our official tonight for all our matches will be the Karate Kid referee. And some of his decisions as of late have been quite questionable as we talked to DCWA officials. about how he's been officiating these matches. So, you know, we are we are looking toward um, we are looking toward officials doing something about some of his officiating. Although, you know, he's the Karate Kid referee, so he's one of the best. Please, in those in the chat room, give me comments and feedback about this broadcast. This is our first live broadcast with the DCWA, our debut match, D. Williams, the Predator King, against Local Jobber. Local Jobber seems to love those slaps, and D seems to love those jabs and hooks. As we see, he seems like he's toying with the Local Jobber there. As we see a roll up. One, no, not even a count. D. Williams is not sufficiently hurt. As we look at him, we can see he loves to spend time in the gym. He's come in perfect shape. And again, he told me he's here to impress DCWA officials. As we see Local Jobber's game, but a hammerlock, too close to the ropes. I thought it was a submission there. As Local Jobber showing his lack of cardio. Snap jabs and a hook to knock Local Jobber to the canvas as he pulls him out to the center of the ring. Takes him up by his hair. Lets the crowd know he's ready to finish it. Tosses him to the outside. Follows him out. Gonna see a little brutality out here. No, Local Jobber tries to roll up, but no pinfalls on the outside. As we see a go behind and switch. D. Williams counters as we're at an 11 count. In the DCWA, the wrestlers have a 20 count to get back inside of the ring because we want and demand clean 1, 2, 3 or submission finishers. No countouts in the DCWA. They will not count on the won and lost record. Nice elbow drop by D. Williams as he looks to dominate. Again, I'm not at liberty to say, although I know there's one major faction that has told me they're on the lookout for new talent who see the clothesline, and they've scouted out or are going to scout out D. Williams, and they said they will make their presence known on next week's edition of Full Throttle. As we see D. Williams stalking Local Jobber and knocks him down with one punch, pulls him back up, collar and elbow, belly to belly suplex. That might be it. No, he chooses to pull him back up off the ropes, clothesline. D. Williams snap jabs and hook knocks Local Jobber to the canvas. Belly to back suplex with a pin. 1, 2, 3. As we see D. Williams with a successful DCWA debut. We're going to have our eyes on this newcomer who seems to impress. Now here we go. DCWA Tag Title Round 2 coming up. This is our semifinals. And next week, I believe on Full Throttle, we're going to have our championship match to determine the first ever DCWA Tag Team Champions. Our semifinal match consists of the Wright brothers, the two twins, part of triplets. Now I'm going to get their names wrong, Billy and Bobby Wright. So I'll just say that's Billy in the, the blue hair. And they're facing from the faction of the Shooters, Masked Man and Brute Force, aka the man I call the Man in Black. Now, if you can look at these three competitors here, heavily muscled, what the Wright brothers bring is agility with their musculature, while the Masked Man is, speaking of which, from the shooters, interference from the genetic freak. As again, the Karate Kid referee is just letting them fight. He is not disqualifying. I'm going to ask him about that, but he's not disqualifying members of the shooters for having a 3-on-2 match at this point. But the Wright brothers are handling themselves pretty good, as we can see Genetic Freak being proud of himself for interfering. Takayama, the shooter's manager, is conspicuous by his absence, but in talking to me, he told me he does not need to be at ringside for his men to get it done. And I think we know why, because he knew he would send Genetic Freak for interference. But the Wright brothers are handling themselves pretty well as they're doing double team moves on the legal man, which is the Man in Black, aka Brute Force. Now let me tell you something about Brute Force. He likes it rough, as you can see by his outfit. He's into some pretty interesting activities outside the ring, and he's told me that he likes the pain and he's looking for the Wright brothers to inflict pain, although I want these two brutes to inflict pain on me. As we see the DDT counter, I'm gonna call him Bobby Wright. Bobby goes to make a tag to Billy, and you're gonna see the agility is the incredible Muscle Man, but you just saw a double drop kick by Masked Man and Brute Force as we get into a striking battle between Billy and the Masked Man, won by Billy. Billy goes to the top rope, diving elbow. Again, that agility. We're getting a cover, not even a one count, broken up by Brute Force, who's told me repeatedly to call him the Man in Black, but he's got some mental issues, I think. But in speaking with Takayama, he told me that he put together the shooters because not only are they some big crazy, as we see that hard clothesline, crazy muscle dudes, they have the right level of punishment for the training of Takayama, who is a former pro wrestler himself. And as of late, he's kind of gotten on the bad side of one Dwight Schrute, and in the back, it almost came to blows. We see that power bomb pin. 1, 2, it's over for the Wrights. No, kick out of 2.9. So mayhem breaking out in the ring. The referee needs to get control. Twisting neck breaker as Billy Wright goes for the cover. 1, 2, it's over. Kick out by the Man in Black. You probably like that. Oh, sliced bread. 1, 2, it's over. 3, sliced bread. Pulled out of nowhere by Bobby Wright to send the Wright brothers, representing the Money Stars, to the final matchup that will happen next week on DCWA. Takayama's going to have, some words with his men as we transition into our singles match. And speaking of Money Stars, we got the leader of Money Stars, Mike Majors, going up against the leader of the OGs, Trevor Darius. Mike Majors makes no bones about it. He's about his money. He said, "You better have my money." Trevor Darius, member of the OGs, loves to wrestle, was a former state wrestling champion in his native Oklahoma. And he said he's bringing some of the old school. And you're probably going to get a more brawling style match with these two big bruisers. But Trevor Darius not above using some unethical tactics to win. Mike Majors either. He says it's all about the money. He's taking the Wright brothers, whom we just saw win their semifinal tag tournament match. He's taking them, all three triplets, under his wing and says he's gonna teach him to be money stars like Mike Majors. Mike Majors does not come out for a match in DCWA until he's gotten his stipend and his hotel, his transportation, and everything else paid for. And if you're just tuning in, this is our live DCWA Full Throttle, Episode 5 Gold Rush. Coming to you live from Little Caesars Arena in beautiful downtown Detroit. We have Trevor Darius in the white trunks against Money Mike Majors in the black tights. As we see a strike exchange here, both of them agreeing to it. Who's going to get the better of this one? Big Money Mike Majors. So he brings him to the center of the ring, brings Trevor Darius up. Trevor Darius with the eye poke. And again, he's not above using any tactic to win. He says he's an OG, and that's the way it happens from where he's from. But the DCWA, heavy on stables or groups, because no man is an island. And upcoming in future broadcasts, we are going to introduce our DCWA Trios Championship coming up in the next few episodes of Full Throttle. Again, join us near the end of November for our first ever pay-per-view experience. All championships will be on the line, and this show has ramifications on that tournament, as we're going to see in upcoming matches. We see a rear naked choke there. Mike Majors gets out. We're going to see in upcoming matches title ramifications. The DCWA TV title on the line in a four-way battle royal as our new champion, just crowned last week, Demond Streets, puts his title on the line against three other game competitors. We're going to see in our main event the DCWA Heavyweight Championship on the line as Red Dragon, accompanied by his manager, Dwight Schrute, take on our current champion, Ace Blade. As we see Mike Majors with the gut buster on Trevor Darius, pulls him back up, collar and elbow. Nice headlock takeover, too close to the ropes. Karate Kid referee is officiating, and he's made some questionable calls tonight, but he is our senior official in the DCWA. Clothesline by Mike Majors as he does back suplex, belly to back suplex right on the neck of Trevor Darius. Seems he's working on Trevor Darius's neck as we see these snap jabs and hooks here. Knocks Trevor Darius, pulls him back up. Another belly to back coming. That's twice. His neck has got to be feeling it. Should have gone for the cover there. Trevor Darius is no slouch, you see, with the front face. Now he seems to be working on the leg as we see a single Boston crab, half crab there. Mike Majors may give it up, but no, powers out. But Trevor Darius, his finisher, the figure four leg lock, he seems to be targeting the legs of Mike Majors, who's all about the money, but an incredible athlete nonetheless. If you like this and other videos on our channel, be sure to subscribe for DCWA Weekly Digest coming to you every Monday, and DCWA Full Throttle normally coming to you every Saturday. Mike Majors signals that it's over. Pull Trevor Darius back to the center of the ring. Wrestler takeover there. Mike Majors catching his breath, but he gives Trevor Darius time to catch his off the ropes. Flying shoulder tackle. Is this it? Nope. Elects to pull Trevor Darius up. Trevor Darius counters. Nice drop kick. Trevor Darius, although he will cheat if needed, is an excellent athlete. Very agile. As we can see by the code breaker, bringing him back close to the ropes. Maybe he's going up top. No. Press pin. No, not enough to get Major Money Mike Majors. Pulls him to the center ring, probably a better idea. He goes up to the top rope. What's coming? He waits for him to get up. Flying drop kick right to the chest. He should pin him. No, elects to pull him up, gives him time to recover. As we can see, Mike Majors pulling him up. Belly to back. Oh, low blow there again. I told you. Trevor Darius not above using any tactic to win. Shoulder block off the rope. He's got to have Mike Majors' days as they come to another strike exchange. Who's got the better fighting spirit here? Trevor Darius says no. Headbutt. Pulls him to the canvas. Pulls him up. Off the ropes. Mike Majors. Power slam. Even though he needs to work on that cardio. This might be it. 1, 2, it's over. No. Kicks out at a 2. Trevor Darius, no slouch. Off the ropes. Mike Majors again. Flying shoulder tackle. Seems to be catching his breath. That money needs to buy some new ellipticals for cardio as we coming up. Old school pile driver. Told you he's working on his neck. That might be it. No. Elects to do the wrestling takeover. Pulls him up again. Trevor Darius, no slouch. Off the ropes. What do we have here? Drop down. Drop down. Coming up for rear naked choke. Good way to cut off that air supply. Mike Majors might give it up as he's trying to work that choke off with his 2 hands. But no, powers out. He is gasping for air. Low blow. Should be a disqualification, but the Karate Kid referee's letting the fight. Knee breaker. He's setting up for that figure 4 leg lock's gotta be. Pulls him up. What's next? Coming. Throws him out the ring. Is that the both men elect to catch their breath? Probably a good idea. I'm gonna have a talk with these 2 guys about their cardio. 15 minutes into the match and they're gasping for air. Oh, counter. Elbows counter. These guys, maybe that did get their second win back. Spinning neck breaker. It might be over. No. Alexa pulled him back up. And snap punches him down. Snap punches him to the back of the head. Is that even legal? But knowing Trevor Darius, he doesn't care. Oh, another switch. He's letting the crowd know he's feeling it. Front face lock, elbow to the back. Pulls him up. Clothesline. That might be it. No, elects to pull him up again. Another clothesline. Figure 4 leg lock. It's over. It's over. Mike Majors submits to the figure 4 leg lock. Trevor Darius of the OGs is your winner. As Major Mike Money, he's probably going to have to cash that loser's check, which is not a whole lot. Last week on Full Throttle.
Damone. Congrats on your vanquishing of the Viking Leon Blackgrave. Now to the business at hand. Damone, you now have possession of my television title. And the power of Goth demands it. Next week on Full Throttle, I, Michael Graves of the Others, challenge you to a match for my television title.
And now, from last week's events, we have the DCWA TV title on the line as Michael Graves has promised to show us the power of Goth and regain the TV title. But new champion in the green mask representing the hardcore committee, Damon Streets, has something to say about that. As we have representatives from the Knights, Asakawa in there, who is no joke, one of the greatest athletes in DCWA, and we have another guy who's no slouch in the red trunks with the black trim, AJ Gray, again representing the OGs. This is going to be a hard match to call with fast and furious action. And let me give you a quick rundown of the rules of our TV title battle royal. A pinfall. Whoever gets pinned will be eliminated, thus eliminating the number of people until it's down to one-on-one, and then it's pinfall or submission. And let me correct myself that in this battle royal, a submission can count in the elimination. If these guys were smart, they would pick one guy, triple team him, get him out, and there's less number, but the egos involved won't allow that, as each man has told me in separate interviews they want to eliminate all three. So there's no question who the real DCWA Undisputed TV Champion is. Michael Graves hijacked my broadcast twice to deliver his message. Hopefully he can win so he can stop belly aching and crying and hijack future broadcasts. But Demond Streets, our new champion, has something to say about it. And in interviewing him, he said he's from the streets. We don't talk, we get it done. And he wants to get it done by eliminating Michael Graves, Asakawa, and AJ Gray. As Michael Graves brings a chair into the ring. Where's the Karate Kid referee? What is he doing? Chair knocked out of his hand, thank goodness. We want a clean victory in all our matches in the DCWA, as we see a test of spirit here between Graves and Demond Streets as Asakawa throws Gray off the ropes. They're smartly double teaming, 3D there, double teaming Michael Graves. Asakawa with the Samoan driver on Demond Streets, as in the chin lock by AJ Gray. This action is fast and furious and too much to call. We can see a strike exchange here. Demond Street picking his spots. Smart move to go after the down Asakawa, but Michael Graves cuts him off with a suplex. AJ Gray off the rope, stopped by Michael Graves as Asakawa and AJ Gray tie up. Pile driver coming here. No. Blocked. Backdrop counter. Michael Graves promised me to show me and all you viewers the power of God as we get a cover. 1-2. Kick out by Graves as we saw the Jukatame armbar from Asakawa. Little known fact about Asakawa, he was trained in pro wrestling by none other than Keiji Muto, aka the Great Muta. And he told me he spoke to his mentor before this match and was given words of encouragement by the Great Muta. Dwight Schrute also gave him some words of encouragement, although he said he really appreciated more from the Great Muta. And again, Dwight Schrute hoping to add 2 title belts tonight to the stable of the Knights in this DCWA TV title match, and in proceeding this match, our main event for the DCWA Heavyweight Championship. Double team there on Michael Graves, double enziguri, very smart. Someone should pin him and eliminate him. Capture suplex, pinned by Asakawa. 1, 2 by Michael Graves. No, he kicks out. Demond Street thrown off the ropes. AJ Gray takes Demond Street, sets him on the top rope. What's coming up? Superplex? No. Falling cold breaker into a pin. 1, 2, it's over. 2.9 as AJ Gray kicks out. Enziguri. This action is fast and furious that only it can be in the Detroit City Wrestling Alliance. Coming to you live today from Little Caesars Arena down to Tiger Suplex. 1, Demond Streets is gone. 2, 2.9. Almost had a possibility of a new champion as Demond Streets counters with a back suplex. AJ Gray's feeling it. Takes Demond Street, tries for a running power slam, broken up by Asakawa. Michael Graves, intent on showing us the power of God. Turning body slam neck breaker. He calls this the graveyard. He just gave the graveyard to Demond Streets, who's woozy on his feet. Double team, 3D there. Leg drop on a down Asakawa. Someone should pin Michael Graves. He's been down for quite a while. No countouts are going to win this one. Get back in the ring, AJ Gray. Body slam by Graves. He's letting everybody have it. Fills it with that DDT. Comes with the cold breaker on Demonstrate. Belly to belly release suplex by AJ Gray. Turn dropping suplex. My goodness, the action is furious. Jumping pile driver. The power of God. No, power bomb pin broken up. I don't understand why AJ Gray will break up that pin. There's less people for him to have to deal with. This is how Demonstrates won the title, but broken up by Asakawa. Again, I don't understand. As Secret Alliance has been made. Running power slam on Michael Graves. Someone should use that chair on Michael Graves. Double ensaguri to Demonstrate. AJ Gray, instead of showboating, needs to get the pin. Power bomb pin. It might be over. Release power bomb. 1, it's over. 2, new champion. 3, we are guaranteed with the elimination of Demonstrates by AJ Gray. We are guaranteed a new champion in this match. And I think AJ Gray just pulled out as the favorite by eliminating the former champion. We're going to get a new champion. Now Michael Graves, it's time to show the power of God as he suplexes Asakawa out the ring. AJ Gray will be smart to cover him, but he pulls him up, throws him into Asakawa. Double team coming, no. Snapmare counter. Missed drop kick by Asakawa, one of the most athletic men in the DCWA. Demonstrates eliminated. New champion is going to be crowned. One of these 3 men. If it's the power of God, I'm sure our program will be hijacked next week and we'll never hear the end of it. If he doesn't win, our program will probably be hijacked and we will never hear the end of it. But as I said on last week's Full Throttle, Michael Graves has made an enemy out of every faction in the DCWA with his comments about DCWA, beware of the others. I've heard from every major member of all our factions here that he put a mark on his back, and for the other member of the others. They put marks on their backs by issuing warnings, and in the words especially of the shooters, we're coming to break arms, necks, and legs. And Takayama has stated that Michael Graves and the others are the first on this list. Samoan driver, broken up by Michael Graves as he does a body slam to Asakawa. AJ Gray captures suplex, both men down. Asakawa up, pulls Michael Graves up, double team Michael Graves and eliminate him. We get a test of spirit here with the chops. Asakawa with a drop kick. Michael Graves may team up with Asakawa, although he's probably more concerned about winning on his own. Camel clutch, no, pin, 1, 2, broken up by AJ Gray, which I don't understand. Super brain buster, cover that man. Michael Graves breaks up a cover attempt as we see Asakawa and AJ Gray, hangs him from the tree of wealth. Michael Graves countered by the back elbow of AJ Gray. Dragon screw, taught to him by his mentor, the Great Muda. Low drop kick, another shade of Keiji Muto, aka the Great Muda. What do we have here? Samoan driver, almost like a TKO, which he also learned from Taiyo Kea. Power bomb, pin, 1, 2. AJ Gray again breaks it up as Michael Graves calling for the power of God, but broken up smartly by AJ Gray, who's become my favorite to win the match because he pinned and eliminated the former champion Demonstrate. Release power bomb into a pin, broken up by Asakawa. Do not break up these pins. You're going to keep having 3-way matches when you could have one-on-one. But I'm not in the ring, and I'm sure we'll hear about Tombstone coming up. Asakawa might be done. Graves to the top rope, thinks better of it. AJ Gray pulls Asakawa out. Somebody should come capture, cover quick. No, Asakawa and AJ Gray. Another TKO. TKO. No, Machine gun chops. AJ Gray is woozy. Recovers very quickly, however. Double team coming? No. Snapmare counter. Pulls him in. Broken up. Nice counter by Michael Graves. DDT. Pin here. 1. Just over. 2. 3. Down to my favorite. AJ Gray and Asakawa as he comes for the power bomb. Release power bomb into a pin. 1, 2, it's over. 2.9. Asakawa barely escapes. The power of God just eliminated a second ago. If both men collide as they both heave on the mat and catch their breath, the power of God has been eliminated. As we can see, please subscribe to our channel and give this a thumbs up if you like our first live broadcast. 1, it's over. 2, new champion. 3, Asakawa is your new DCWA TV champion. The White Shroot, no doubt celebrating it back with his beet juice from Shroot Farms as he now has one champion in his stable, the Knights. Can he make it 2? And before we get to our DCWA heavyweight title match, we're going to have comments from the Red Dragon. Again, congratulations, Asakawa, new DCWA television champion.
There is a rumor said that you have been taking challengers. Well, you can't take the Red Dragon anymore. Tonight you will take the DCWA heavyweight title and so on and for all that the Knights are the dominant force in this company. Adios.
In our main event for the DCWA Heavyweight Championship, we have Red Dragon accompanied by the White Shroot facing the champ representing the Hardcore Committee, Ace Blade. Now let me give you some background before we get to the actual match. The White Shroot appealed to DCWA officials saying Ace Blade was being a closet champion, not defending the title enough. DCWA officials agreed and said in the DCWA, all championships must be defended in a timely fashion. Red Dragon challenged champion Ace Blade, who we saw on last week's DCWA Digest, who said he's all tired of all the whining and complaining and will put his title on the line today. As you can see, going for the cover quickly, Red Dragon, besides for some reason, probably money, aligning himself with the Knights and the Right Shroot, is a world championship caliber wrestler. He's traveled all around the world, Japan, Latin America, other places in Asia, South Korea, Russia, wrestling, and said he wants the DCWA champions. We see a Michinoku driver on the floor. Ace Blade might be done for as he's trying to cut off his supply. But let me tell you something about Red Dragon. Look at his physique. This guy's in great shape. The Right Shroot tries to interfere. Where's the referee? 16 count back into the ring. This guy combines a power style, technical, and lucha libre. But let's not underestimate. As we see the Boston Crab there, Ace Blade might give it up. I think it's too early with only 3 minutes and 20 seconds into the match. Ace Blade, street fighter, member, leader of the Hardcore Committee, our first ever DCWA heavyweight champion. As you see the leg breaker there by Red Dragon. It's no slouch. This guy can fight with the best of them, and don't let his rough exterior fool you. He has excellent technical wrestling, although he prefers to brawl. He says he's from the streets, and the streets is where he belongs. But he is our DCWA heavyweight champion, and he was kind of miffed at the officials and pissed off that the officials would approach him because Dwight Schrute of Schrute Farms and the Knights headbutt there, drop kick, because Dwight Schrute of Schrute Farms will bellyache as we see a choke there, very interesting hammerlock choke combo, as Red Dragon refuses to give up. That Dwight Schrute will be such a crybaby, and weasel his ways. We see a pile driver working on the neck of Ace Blade there, off the ropes, flying forearm, shades of Tito Santana, Red Dragon, Michinoku driver, pull him to the center, might be over. No, decides to pull Ace Blade up and knock him back down with a looping hook punch. But Ace Blade is our champ. Super kick. It's over. It's over. New champ. 2. It's over. 2.9. Ace Blade has got to do something because Red Dragon's building momentum. Off the rope. Elbow drop. Coming up to the back of Red Dragon. Red Dragon with those powerful headbutts up to the top rope, showing his lucha skill. Frog splash. Shades of Eddie Guerrero. No. Karate Kid referee not allowing the count too close to the ropes. Ace Blade throws him off. Kitchen sink knee. Flips Red Dragon over. Off the ropes. Groggy Red Dragon. Flying DDT. Shades of Taiyo Kea there. Another Michinoku drop. He's definitely trying to loosen up the middle, the upper back trap area, and the neck of Ace Blade for his finisher, the Dragon's Tail. So he goes up. Ace Blade to the top. Diving elbow drop. He should pin him there. No, decides to bring him up and knock him back down with that hook punch. Ace Blade said he's going to take it to the streets if necessary, and he'll do whatever it takes to retain that championship and shut the White Schrute up. Flying forearm again. Pin, is he too close? 1, no. 2, it might be over. 3, with the flying forearm, we have another new champion crown. The Red Dragon is our DCWA heavyweight champion, actually making short work of Ace Blade. Dwight Schrute is going to pour some beet juice out for everyone as we see our new heavyweight champion. It's going to be interesting to see how Ace Blades and the Hardcore Committee bounce back from this heavyweight championship loss. I mean, I don't know what else to say other than wow. Now there are 2 out of the 4 championships. There are 2 in the stable of the Knights, and we're gonna have to hear it from Dwight Schrute. DCWA Full Throttle, Episode 5, Gold Rush. Thanks for tuning in. We've seen some monumental things that are continued in Episode 6 next week. We have our new champion crown. Red Dragon is our new DCWA heavyweight champion. Thanks for tuning in. DCWA. I am your host, the Motor City Madman. Again, thanks for tuning in to Detroit City Wrestling Alliance Gold Rush, presented by Virtual Pro Wrestling and the officials of the DCWA. Thanks for tuning in. Please hit the like and subscribe and notification buttons. And also, if you enjoyed this broadcast, give us a thumbs up, show your love, as we are planning big things. Announcements coming soon in upcoming weeks about our first ever pay-per-view broadcast. Coming soon, where every championship, the DCWA TV champion, the heavyweight champion, the trios championship, and the DCWA Tag Team Championships will be defended on our first ever pay-per-view coming up in the coming weeks. Thank you guys for tuning in. Leave comments, leave suggestions. This is our first broadcast, getting the kinks out. And we thank you again for joining us on tonight's DCWA Full Throttle Episode 5 Gold Rush. Tune in next Saturday for DCWA Episode 6 Full Throttle, and tomorrow evening for our DCWA Weekly Digest. I'm the Motor City Madman. Thanks for tuning in. Peace out.